What is up, YouTube? This is Alucard AFK with another MTGO game with commentaries. We're back on Modern with our blue-black deck. Tomb Sour, 2 islands, 1 Heathen Crab, a Damnation, a Psychic Strike, which is fairly new to the deck. It's like my Cryptic Command, it's like Cancel, but it still mills them out. So, and it fits our mana with the blue, black, and colorless quite well. A Swamp, and that is our opening hand. So go ahead and throw out Heathen Crab. He'll throw out an island. Get another island. Go ahead and put that island out, or swamp out, and we'll mill him for 3. And then let's take a look at what we got. So 2 Assault Strobes and 1 Armed and Dangerous. So just by looking at these 3 cards, Armed and Dangerous, it's usually going to be able to get creatures through and to give them double strike and counters, and then Assault Strobe. So he's definitely going to have some beats out there and utility to pump them up. Some of the great cards for those are, the Cyclops and the Fiend, and those are cards that when any type of thing that targets them in Star Sorcerer, they're going to get some additional counters and abilities along with the abilities that you're giving them here. So that's just like double value out of those cards. So we'll go ahead and mill them for 5, and this is exactly what I was talking about, the Cyclops. So 3/0 intended turn whenever it's instant sorcery spell targets it. So if he were to cast Cyclops and then Assault Strobe on top of it, that would be some incredible damage coming towards me. So what we really need is a Surgical Extraction. So he'll Pillar Flame the Heathen Crab. Great move. And we got a Darkslick Shores, and that sets us up for Psychic Strike, so we're still sitting pretty good. We've got a Damnation to clear the board if we need to. The problem is that we'll probably end up wasting a Damnation on like one guy, because he'll probably just unload this guy and then start pumping him up, and that's pretty dangerous. So he'll play the Cyclops, another Cyclops. We'll Psychic Strike that and mill him for a couple more. So we countered the Cyclops, and then we milled the cards we saw Kiln Fiend. So exactly what I was talking about. All these creatures, the Cyclops and the Fiend, they get 3/0 to end a turn when you cast some spell on them, and those spells are always pumping them or giving them double strike. That's just crazy. Double strike, pumping them up. So this guy is a 1/4, so he'd be a 4/4 with double strike. So that's 8 damage. That's just nuts. So we really need a Surgical Extraction top deck like nobody's business. And that's what we get. So first target will be the Cyclops. And then the second target, if we get a Snapcaster or another Surgical Extraction, will be the Fiend. And we got super lucky here. Other than that Surgical Extraction top deck, he had another Cyclops in hand with a bunch of Artful Dodges and Distortion Strikes and things like that. So not only do we get to take the one in his hand, we get the remaining one in his library, and then the 2 in the graveyard. So that's value. Let's take a look at his library real quick. So Burst of Speed, Assault Strobe, Artful Dodge, the Armed and Dangerous, Distortion Strike, Electrostatic Bolt, the Probe, Into the Royal, the Kiln Fiends, Mutagenic Growth, and then Wheat Dreadnought. So that's another. So he's got 3 creatures mainly. It's looking to be a lot like an Effect deck, only they're a little bit more stable. Most of the Effect creatures, are kind of small, and because they're small, they get Infect damage, which kills them quicker. But these guys can pretty much hold their own against other creatures, especially when they get targeted. So this guy here is just amazing. The 1/4, so he could definitely swing out without too many creatures. 4 toughness is kind of hard to hit. So then he's getting pumped with double strike and things like that. So next target will be the Fiend, and then third target, if we can, will be the Dreadnoughts, and then he'll have absolutely nothing to play. That's how easy it is to disrupt those type of decks. So let's get rid of the Cyclops and just hope we get another Surgical Extraction. or a Snapcaster Mage to snap it back. Otherwise, we'll be using our Damnation pretty soon. And we got another one, so we can definitely hold our own now. And you got a Snapcaster Mage. We'll target their Surgical Extraction and get rid of his Fiend. And he didn't get any creatures in his hand, but if he had, it might have been one of the Fiends. So now he has one creature to deal with whatever we're doing. So I do a sleight of hand. Probably should have went for the Drown Yard here. I went for a Cryptic Command because I just really wanted the counter stuff, not waste my Damnations. But that's what we went for. Right or wrong. Probably should have went for the mill because he's at 34 cards. And I got a Psychic Strike, so I probably should have went for the Nephiliated Drowning Yard, definitely. But now we have 4 ways to deal with anything that we want. And so yeah, it'll be slow killing him, but if we start getting some of our mill cards, it'll go a lot quicker. So, you know, I got 4 cards that can mill him for 10 each, 4 cards that can mill him for 8 each. There's lots of ways. And I got a Snapcaster Mage. Go put him out. We'll target at our 5 mil up here, this Tomb Sour. And just mill him out a little bit more. So, didn't hit any creatures that time. Then we'll swing in. Good comp. Swing with both Snapcaster Mages, and now he's down to 10. And this is usually where I would start to worry. Like, am I going to draw creatures? Do I have anything to deal with those Snapcaster Mages? Probably not. And he pretty much fought the same way. So, game land on turn 10, and he was at 10 life, and we would have just slowly killed him down. And had tons of ways to deal with his threats. And then, you know, who knows, maybe we would have drawn one of our 3 Wormcoil Engines and just beat face like the last game. So comment, like, and subscribe, guys. Let me know what you think of this deck, and we will see you next time. Bye.